thousands of federal troops are descending on the U.S. city of Ferguson, Missouri, hoping to prevent a second night of violence and chaos. Protests have spread coast to coast after a grand jury's decision not to charge a white police officer in the shooting death of an unarmed black teen. CCTV's Hendrik Sybrandy has more.
Well, ACA, we are here live in Ferguson this evening. A certain calm has come over this community over the last 24 hours, but whether that calm is temporary is anybody's guess. More troops have been put into place now as local authorities try to prevent a repeat of what happened last night, which was more damaging than anyone could have imagined. Where once there was beauty, now there are ruins. This beauty supply store was one of dozens of businesses in Ferguson targeted by looters who expressed their anger over the grand jury decision in a particularly destructive way.
I was hoping and praying that they didn't, destroy stuff, because you have to understand this is their community and they are destroying their own community, but I can also understand their frustration.
Two main streets in this city lit up in flames after local authorities announced Officer Darren Wilson would not be indicted. Police tear gas filled the air. Firefighters who were on scene were turned back by gunshots.
I know that there's at least a dozen buildings that have been set on fire. Most of those are total losses. I can tell you that I personally heard about 150 shots fired.
Those are dreams. Those are small business owners, and we've torn those dreams away.
3.5 months after Officer Wilson shot and killed 18-year-old Michael Brown, grand jurors determined that despite the accounts of some witnesses, Officer Wilson felt threatened on that August day and was justified in shooting and killing the unarmed teenager.
Physical evidence does not change because of public pressure or personal agenda. Physical evidence does not look away as events unfold, nor does it block out or add to memory. Physical evidence remains constant, and as such is a solid foundation upon which cases are built.
The crowd that came face-to-face with officers on Monday evening vehemently disagreed.
A kid gets struck down the street, left there for 4 hours. Trash get picked up quicker than that. Come on now. Come on now. That's disrespectful. That's disrespect.
You see that orange glow off in the distance behind me? That's probably about half a block away. That's a car burning. Closer to us here, police are in full riot gear, and off to the side here on the sidewalk, residents have been yelling at those police. It's been going on like that for quite a while now.
They're saying that there's ammunition exploding, so they want us to be safe, so you can peacefully assemble on the sidewalk.
I think this is a bit much. This is really excessive. How many police officers are here? They've got about 150, 200. That's excessive. That's a lot.
On the morning after the grand jury spoke, as smoke continued to hang over this troubled city, supporters of Michael Brown's family said it was past time for change.
We will continue to fight for a new level of accountability of policing in this country. Michael Brown will not be remembered for the ashes from buildings burned in Ferguson. He will be remembered for new legislation and the upholding of law that protects citizens in the country.
Now, of course, the victims of the looting and the demonstrators last night are the local business owners in this community, a economically struggling community. These are the people that really suffered as a result of the fires that were set last night, and that's what makes this doubly difficult for everybody. Many of those business owners may have been sympathetic to the protesters' cause, but they'll end up paying for it in the end. ACA?
Hendrik, I see a few cars behind you, but not much human activity, I should say. What is the mood tonight? Is there a sense we could see trouble again?
Well, I think that's a definite worry on the part of many people. There are a lot of folks in this area, in this shopping center here, that are making plans now to get home. that have to make long roads home out of this area simply because so many roadblocks are in effect here. So they're inconvenienced by all of this. They're concerned about the impact that these protests are having, but it's quite possible that we might see a repeat of all of this, and that's why so many more soldiers, so many more officers have flooded into the area to guard against something like that happening once more.
And I know we heard from Missouri Governor Jay Nixon. What did he have to say earlier?
Well, Governor Nixon came under a lot of criticism today for the number of National Guard that he ordered into the area last night. Many felt that he underreacted to everything that happened. Only 700 National Guards folk were here last night. He tripled that number today, and he said it was to prevent homes and businesses from being subject to more violence this time around.
The Guard's rapid response teams will be positioned so that they are ready to act at a moment's notice if challenges arise. Altogether, there will be more than 2,200 National Guardsmen in the region. Lives and property must be protected. This community deserves to have peace.
So the best guess is that those National Guardsmen and the officers all over this area, Ferguson, Clayton, other places, will be much more aggressive, will be much more ready to take action against protesters tonight if trouble arises. Whether that triggers a counter-reaction is the real question. We'll see what this night brings. Asier?
All right, I know you'll be watching it for us. Thank you so much, Hendrik Sybrandy, live in Ferguson, Missouri.